Stop digging. He must be dead by now. One of the rescuers said those words quietly while staring at the mountain of broken concrete. 7 days had already passed since the earthquake destroyed the entire building. Outside the ruins, his relatives were crying. Some were praying. Some had already lost hope. Because everyone believed the same thing. No human could survive 7 days buried under concrete. But deep under the rubble, in a space no bigger than a coffin, a man was still alive. If stories of human endurance and mental strength inspire you, subscribe to A.G. Riser, because the strongest battles in life are not fought with the body. They are fought inside the mind. And this is the story of a man who proved exactly that. 7 nights earlier, everything had been completely normal. He was sitting in the living room with his family. The television was on, his children were laughing, his wife was preparing tea in the kitchen. It was a calm and ordinary evening, the kind of evening people live every day without thinking twice. No one in that room had any idea that within the next few seconds, their entire world would collapse. Suddenly, the ground began to shake. At first it felt small, like a heavy truck passing outside the building. But within seconds, the shaking became violent. The lights started swinging, glasses fell from the table, cracks began spreading across the walls. "Earthquake!" someone shouted. Panic exploded inside the apartment. The children screamed. His wife ran from the kitchen. His heart started racing. He jumped to his feet. "Everyone outside!" he shouted. But before anyone could reach the door, the building began to collapse. The sound was terrifying. Concrete breaking, steel twisting, glass shattering everywhere. The floor suddenly dropped beneath their feet. And in the next moment, everything went dark. When he opened his eyes again, he couldn't move. Something extremely heavy was pressing down on his legs. Dust filled the air around him. Breathing became difficult. Complete darkness surrounded him. For several seconds he didn't understand what had happened. Then the truth hit him. The building had collapsed. He tried to move his arms. One arm was free. The other was trapped between broken concrete. He shouted as loudly as he could, "Hello! Is anyone there?" But the only answer was silence. Somewhere far away he could hear distant screams. But around him, there was nothing but darkness and rubble. Minutes passed, then hours. Slowly the dust began to settle, and he realized something terrifying. He was completely buried under the ruins of the building. His throat was already becoming dry. His body was shaking. Fear slowly began filling his chest. Because he understood something very clearly. Rescue teams usually find survivors during the first day, maybe the second day, but after that, the chances become smaller and smaller. A dangerous voice began whispering inside his mind. What if no one finds you? What if you die here? For a moment, panic tried to take control. His breathing became faster. His heart pounded violently. But then he remembered something his father once told him. In the worst moment of your life, never let panic control your mind. So he closed his eyes. He slowed his breathing. And in that moment, he made a decision. He would not give up. Hours turned into a full day. Then 2 days passed. His voice became weaker from shouting. His body became weaker from thirst. But the real battle was not hunger. The real battle was happening inside his mind. Because every few hours, the same voice returned. Stop fighting. No one is coming. But deep inside the darkness, he refused to believe that. Above him, the world believed he was gone. His family had already started mourning. But under that mountain of broken concrete, a man was still fighting to stay alive. And what happened during those 7 days would prove something powerful. The human body is stronger than we think. But the real question is this. When everything around you collapses, can you control your mind, long enough to survive.